My first video in my new studio has to be the cinnamon chip scone. Everyone asks, Greg, what's your favorite thing to make? And the answer is always gonna be these. And to celebrate my studio being done, we're gonna make them. So we can walk into the studio scone first. I'm gonna use my mixer to cut the butter in instead of this janky thing because my wrist is already limp enough. So we're gonna do 3.5 cups of flour. I need a bigger jar. And then 1 cup of cubed unsalted butter. Put her in. I'm gonna put this on the Big Mama. This mixes on low with the paddle until you got little pea-sized chunky poos, kind of like a biscuit or like a pie dough. Then we're gonna do 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I like to just mix it real quick. 2 cups of cinnamon chips. I use the Hershey's brand because those are my favorite. Plus, a little extra. A lot of scones use like heavy cream or sour cream, but the magic baby, buttermilk. 1 cup of whole fat buttermilk right in the middle. Since this is a dough, I'm gonna take the dough hook. We're gonna mix her on speed 2 just until it comes together. Like this beautiful lump of dough. 45-degree angle like a professional. Plop her on. Now the key is to not overwork the dough because scones should be tender and flaky. If you overwork it, the gluten will tighten and these babies will be hard as a rock. I don't do it the traditional way. I prefer to roll it into a square. About like 1 inch thick. I highly recommend one of these thingamabobbers with the measurements on the side. So you can just line her up. I use a pastry wheel so I can just go boom, boom, and then cut into squares, and then the squares into triangles. Look at me being all geometrical. I used to make this same recipe when I was 10 years old and I would sell these in my neighborhood and I'm still selling them to this day. Now I'm gonna brush them with some butter so they get that buttery, flaky, crispy crust. And then for me, I like to use these thick and juicy sugar crystals for a little munch, munch, crunch, crunch. I'm putting these in at 425 for about 15 minutes. I don't know how sketchy y'all's ovens are, so just keep your eye on them. I kind of feel like Rachel Ray. I mean, golden brown all around. We gotta just cut it open and see. Ooh, look at that tender crumb. 1 for you, 1 for me. Cheers. There's a reason I've been baking these for 2 decades. They're buttery, tender, slightly sweet. I mean, what more can you ask for? Mwah!